What's up, guys? What's going on, everybody? Terry, what's up, man? Let's win this slate, Cam. I came so close to slate ago and missed the time by 17 points when I was in the small 25 cents. That's what's up, Terry. Hey, man, that's great. Regardless, a quarter or not, man. Quarter or not, don't. It is what it is. You almost took down $50 on 25 cents. That's great. Cam going to put out the money tonight. You already know, Ricky. Let's go, Big Cam. Let's get it, Terry. Jeffrey, what's up, bro? What's going on, everybody? Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk this slate, man. We got 9 games. Let everybody come in, and then we'll get to it. What's up, DB8? What's going on, my friend? What's up, y'all? Welcome in. We have been doing these all week, man, and I'm excited to do these every day for the rest of the season. Why not? Fuck it. I've had a nice little setup for live shows now. You know what I mean? So I can go live more consistently, especially going live at 3 o'clock too allows me to, come live with y'all and still have plenty of time to, lock back in after. So that's been great. We're on a 3-game winning streak. So it's been great. Greenlightdfs.com. Drop a like down below if you haven't already, and let's get it, man. So we're going to let people kind of work their way in real quick before we start answering too many questions. What up, Cam? Scored $20 on a $5 thanks to you. Nothing big, but a win is a win. Yeah, that's what's up, man. That's the goal. And DFS, at the end of the day, winning is the goal. So whether you win 25 cents, whether you win $1 million, whether you win $20, like, oh, well, it's a win. You know what I mean? If you can come out at the end of the night profitable, that's all good. I won 179 with the squad, NFL and NBA. NFL and NBA did sweep last night. It was a great night. What if I have a special request? What is it? What is the special request, my friend? Drop a like down below if you haven't already. Won $50 on 25 cents. That's what's up. Oh, I thought you said you almost did. What's up, Jay? How's everybody doing in here, man? We got 21 people in here. Everybody working their way back in. Welcome back, everybody. I've been really liking going back live again. It's been great. KCP for cheap, or is there better value at shooting guard? I will get to that in just a second, Jeremy. I remembered. Almost won the big one. That's what's up, man. That's good. You still like Giannis with Holiday coming back today? Yes, I still do, just based off roster construction. Let's get it again tonight. You already know, Jim. You still like Giannis with I already answered that. Can you fade Giannis in a slate like this and run a lineup containing Curry and Paul George? Yes, you could. I believe you can. Like, you can fade Giannis. You know what I mean? Like, Giannis isn't like you have to play him today. It's the only reason I put him in the high 5, and the reason that I've consistently, had him in lineups today is because he just fits at a position that I don't love as much as I love the other positions when it comes to value available. It's your boy, Darian. What's up, bro? Tyler, Damian Mitchell in play tonight for cash games? Yes. I like Damian Mitchell as well for a value play at guard. What's up, Michael? What's going on, man? Do you like Paul George over 45.5 fantasy points? Paul George, let me see what I have him projected at. Let me pull up my Paul George projection for you. All right. I have Paul George sitting around 50.5. So, yes. You got it right this time, my guy. Let's go, Jeremy. You the reason. That's what's up, Terry. What's up, Kim? Let's get it. Michael, let's go, bro. Do you like Paul George over? I already answered that. Thad Young or Eubanks or fade both? I haven't had as much exposure to those guys as I did the other day. Thad Young maybe a little more because he's power forward eligible. I really like Zubac today at the center position. So because I love Zubac, because Zubac's only 4K, I have him damn near projected at 30. Like, I have him around 28 or so. In their last matchup against Minnesota, he got like 24, something like that. I'm expecting a good outing here. It's a good matchup against Minnesota, and they're going to need his size down low against Towns. Vassell. Vassell is a guy I have not considered much today. Cam, what did it do? Love this slate tonight. Katie and Harden, great spots tonight, or is it not worth it? When it comes to spend ups, I haven't had a ton of KD and Harden. I'd probably lean KD if I had to choose one, just solely on position eligibility. But yeah, thoughts on Durant? I just answered Durant. I do like Durant. Harkless, DK 3100. Harkless. Let me see. Let me check on Harkless. So he's been playing some really good minutes. It's a solid matchup against Charlotte. Yeah, you can do worse than Harkless. You can do worse. I like him as like a punt GPP value guy. Do you like LaMelo over 39 fantasy points tonight against Sacramento? LaMelo Ball. Yes, I do. That one's a little closer though. Paul George had a little bit of a cushion where LaMelo's kind of maybe 2 points ahead of it, so it could get close. Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal's not a guy that I've considered too much today, honestly, but let's take a look at it. I mean, he's got the matchup against Memphis, which is good for guards. Kuzma is back. I wish Kuzma was out. That'd be more usage for Bradley Beal, but either way, he has more usage than anybody on the team. He's fine. I'm glad you brought up, Brian. I'm glad you brought up Miles Bridges. So I specifically was locking into Miles Bridges earlier. The question is he going to continue doing what he's been doing this year? Or is it kind of going to, come a little bit more down to reality? Now, do I believe he's gotten better from last year? Yes. But is that usage going to continue, or is it going to kind of come down a little bit? If it comes down to where I'm thinking it'll eventually come down to, then, he's getting a little bit out of range at this point. But I think he's fine still. I think he's okay. What up, Killer Cam? Let's get this. Let's get it, Sean. Number 3 in a row, baby. Drop a like down below if you haven't already. Miles Bridges is balling, though. Is Eubanks in play today for San Antonio? His price went up, though. Yeah, I'm not as interested in Eubanks today. I'm more interested in Zubac at that position. Antetokounmpo's brother. He's fine. He's fine. Any Miles Turner today, or is there better value at center? Yeah, there's better value at center. Really like Zubac. Miles Turner. That's the second person who's asked about Miles Turner in a few seconds. So let me take a look at Miles Turner. So Miles Turner 6K. I have him right around the 5X mark. So if you want a guy just who feels like he's got a solid 5X floor, the only problem with him is that he's burned me so many times. And he has burned me even with like Sabonis out. So it's like with those guys healthy, I don't know. I'm not going to have a bunch of them in GPP. You can consider it though, for sure. I'm trying to grow it. Like it doesn't grow right here. You know what I mean? It just does not really grow in too great. So yeah, I'm trying to, man. Steven Adams, cheap center. I do like Steven Adams. I was looking at him a little bit earlier too, because when I saw his price, it made me be like, that seems a little low for Steven Adams, right? So I went into a deeper look into it. I mean, he still comes out to, he could hit 6X for sure. But once again, he's coming out to about 5X. And if I'm just going to get 5X, I might as well go Zubac. That's the only problem with these centers you guys have talked about so far is Zubac really sticks out to me, and he's so cheap at center that it kind of takes away that center spot. Desmond Bane, I do like Desmond Bane. Golden State players in a great positions, and I love them. I love Curry, love Poole. Those are the main guys I love. I like the guards. How about Jaren Jackson Jr. from Memphis today? Jackson Jr. did just ball, didn't he? He had a big game the other day, but he's another one of those guys that I never seem to get right. I have Jackson right around 30 Draftkings points. That would put him pretty good for 5X. I haven't had too much of him in lineups, but the matchup against Washington is solid. Do you think Turner with Portland bricking all those threes? You don't think Turner would brick? Okay. You make a good point with that. Like that should help with rebounds, right? It's just Miles Turner at the end of the day. Look, I'm never going to be the guy who's like, I love Miles Turner for sure, unless you're missing Sabonis. Then at that point, you might hear me say I love Turner. But as long as Sabonis is healthy and shit, Turner is a guy that's so up and down. He's volatile. He can do solid or he can disappear. And that's the problem that bothers me with him, as well as the fact that you have Zubac as center position only, and it kind of would make you have to go double center, which is fine. Damian Lillard breakout game. Let's see. Let's take a look at Lillard. He's due for it eventually. All right. So Lillard's going against the Pacers. I don't love the matchup, and he is almost 10K. I wouldn't. I'm fading Lillard for now. I don't know why his shooting's down so much. It will go back to normal some. It definitely will go back to normal some. I wouldn't worry too much about Lillard. Those shots will start falling, and he will start having big games. Against the Pacers, I'm not really going there right now. Halliburton, 30.5 tonight. Halliburton. Will he get 30.5? That's a super close one as well, man. I have it right around there. It's not going to give you too much of a cushion there. I wouldn't bet on that one. It's a little too close. Everyone going crazy for Jarrett Allen. I like Jarrett Allen, Darian. I mean, think about it. In DFS, what do you love? You love the guys who are getting bumps due to injury, and that's exactly what Allen is getting, and he's taking the most of that advantage. Markkanen being out, Kevin Love being out, those are bumps to him. So, yeah, you got to love him. Favorite values beside Cade. I've talked about Zubac many times. Patrick Beverley, I still love a lot today. Davion Mitchell, somebody brought up earlier, really like him as value today as well. What other values? Those are my main value guys that I love on this slate today. So, yeah. Pat Bev, value on the revenge game. Yeah, I still love him. Yeah, Brian, I answered that right before you asked. I don't know how to ask this. But who are your top 3 projections for tonight? My top 3 projected players of the night. Okay, so Giannis, obviously. Let me see. I'd probably go Giannis, Curry, and it's between Kevin Durant or Paul George. Paul George is missing Kawhi. So it's close. Kim, what's Plumley projection with no PJ? I missed it if you answered. Plumley's projection? I got you. 1 second. Let me pull up Plumley. Has any injury news? We haven't gone over injury news yet. I'm pretty sure y'all are all aware of what's going on, though. Nothing crazy has really popped in. We don't have anything crazy in yet. So for... Who was the player you asked for? You asked about Mason Plumley. All right. So it's a solid matchup against Sacramento. Definitely like that. Plumley. I have him around 27. 27, 28. I'm around 27, 28. So he might be able to hit 5X, and he can have a big game, don't get me wrong, but I'm not going to have much of him. All right, what we got? Cam, what'd I tell you about Taylor and Hines? I know, man. I slept on Hines, but we did cash with Taylor at captain. Harrison Barnes been balling, man. I can't tell you no right now. Let me see what his price is going up to. What was his price? 7.6. He's still feels okay for 5X. You can. I haven't landed on there too much, but you can. Do you like Gary Trent with Scotty coming back? Not as much. He does take a hit with Scotty coming back. Giannis, George Towns are the top dogs for me. Yeah, I mean, Giannis and Paul George feel really good. I like Curry over Towns, I think. I like Curry over Towns, but it's debatable. Clippers do suck down low against bigs, so I mean, Minnesota and the Clippers suck down low against bigs. So both those centers on both teams are going to be fine. Wendell Carter for 32. That's probably another one cutting it close. Let me see if that's a comfortable one. Yeah, that's not very comfortable either. But Tuma's value, he's okay. He's been solid. I like other guys a little more, though. Ever thought about having 2 separate settings on the optimizer for NBA? NFL, one for cash lines and one for GPP. Just a thought. Oh, you mean so You mean having it so that like you can check it and it gives you projections like cash based and then another projection for GPP based? Because right now we're kind of GPP based. I get what you're saying. Yeah, I'll look into it. George or Sabonis? George. Bankroll management. What do you suggest for that? Bankroll management. So it kind of depends on how much money you have to work with. I normally recommend people kind of stick to about 15, 20% of their total bankroll in their account per night. That way, if you lose it, you're not crying. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, there are certain things out of our control. Now, there's a lot of things we can't control, but there's a lot of things that are out of our control. So I study all fucking day. I've been doing this shit for like 10 years. I have a lot of experience doing this, and there's still times I lose. You know what I mean? So that just goes to tell you there that losing happens. So you need to prepare for that. Never bet an amount of money. What I like to tell people, obviously the plan is always to win, but I like to tell people only bet what you're willing to lose. Like bet an amount of money that if you lost it, you're okay with it. You don't lose sleep. You're not struggling to pay your bills. You know, don't allow yourself to get caught up into that too much. You know what I mean? Because gambling can become a problem. You need to keep it in check. Only gamble what you're willing to lose. So that way, if you lose it, you're fine. How do you like 45 on Curry tonight? Seems low. 45 is good. That's a good one. I would bet over on that one. Scotty Barnes. Man, coming back from injury is a little risky for me. We don't 100% know his minute situation. They haven't really said anything about a projected minute situation, so we'll have to see. Is it too cute to go Giannis and PG? I don't think so. I think you have a good enough value in that forward position's a little bit weaker today. So I think that you could make it happen. Have you ever been to one of those World DFS Championships? Honestly, dude, I would, but I just don't really care. Like, I'm not one to like being around a whole bunch of people. Number one, I don't like concerts and shit like that. I don't like being like shoulder to shoulder or just have a lot of people there. And especially me, I don't want to have to talk to a bunch of people and shit. You know what I mean? Like, I like people, don't get me wrong, but in a situation like that, in a environment like that, I would have to like talk to a bunch of people. You know what I'm saying? And I just don't really like doing all that shit. And yeah, one day maybe I'll say fuck it, let's do it. But yeah, thoughts on Cunningham? I love Cunningham. Brooklyn game gonna blow out any value in that game. If the Brooklyn game was to blow out, yeah, especially with the pandemic, yeah, that's a good point too. Especially with my fiance pregnant right now as well. Let me see. Somebody just asked me, the Brooklyn game. Okay, so if the Brooklyn game blows out, I'm still on Cade Cunningham regardless. But let's see what Brooklyn guys would probably, benefit from that situation. That does kind of worry me a little bit about Durant and Harden if that game was to blow out. But the game is in Detroit. Cade Cunningham looked really good yesterday. So if he has a good game, they might be able to keep it competitive and close. There's not a ton of Brooklyn people I really care for, even if this game is blown out outside of the studs. So I'm not trying to predict that and really get value there, honestly. Value shooting guard, my bad if you answered it already. I'm working trying to listen. Okay, value shooting guard. My favorite value shooting guard is going to be Cade Cunningham. That's going to be the number one. That should be no surprise here. Obviously, y'all probably understand why. Malik Beasley can go right there. Derek White can go right there. Gordon Hayward, GPP. No, thank you. Who are your top spend downs? Let me go back to that because I don't want to run right through Gordon Hayward. I think Gordon Hayward's PJ Washington is out, so I'm okay with it, but not super okay with it. Sabonis normally kills it at his dad's old home. That's a point that I have not considered today. Yes, I do like Derek White, Chris. I just answered that at the same time. Does Halliburton run it back? And Wendell Carter thoughts. So a lot of people have asked me about Wendell Carter, and I keep forgetting to answer that question for y'all. I got you. So Wendell Carter against San Antonio. I have him still projected on the lower end of 5X. The dude's got a future. The dude's a solid. He's a solid guy. The last couple games, he's really looked really, really good. Most of the year, he's averaging about 35 DraftKings points. So he has some potential for 6X, and I feel like he's okay for 5X. So I think he's good. Drop a like down below if you haven't already. We got about 10 more minutes. Kemba Walker at 23.5 tonight. Kemba Walker, I have not even considered too much on him. 23.5 what? Fantasy, not fantasy points, right? You're asking fantasy points? Kemba Walker. I think he's safe for over 23 fantasy points. I have him projected a few points higher than that. Yeah, I have him over that. Who are your top spend downs? Top spend downs: Zubac, Cade Cunningham, Patrick Beverly. Those are my top three. Do you like any other Bucks beside Giannis? I haven't had many Bucks beside Giannis. Congrats on the little one becoming a dad is the best part of life. Appreciate you, Brian. Halliburton with Wendell Carter Jr. Halliburton, too, is another guy a lot of people have asked about. So, Halle Berry, he's starting to get things together. He's starting to look pretty damn solid lately. Let me look at him. Let's see what I got him at. I have him around 32.5. So having him at 32.5 would have him at 5X. So, yeah, he's playable. Holiday defense, no Kemba for me. Yeah, I'm not going to have Kemba, but is Kemba going to get over 23? I think it's pretty safe to say probably. Any love for Batum? So Batum was somebody that people have asked me about in this live already. Yes, I am okay with Nicholas Batum. Yes, first trial is amazing, but after having 5, it's crazy. Damn, 5, Saruji? Shit. Ja Moran, I'm not too excited about him. Not too excited about him today. I haven't had much of him. Like I've said before, with Beverly, with Cunningham, with a guy like even Derek White who's popping to me, I have Derek White right around 6X projected. So with all of those guards and Jordan Poole and those guys, with all those guys kind of popping to me, it's hard for me to spend up at that position. That is what has gotten me on Giannis some. So, yeah, I understand the people talking about Paul George as well for that same reason, because forward kind of seems like the spend-up spot today. So I'm fine with that. Saruji, I stopped after 1. We're wanting a couple. Like, we want one, and then we want to have another one within a year. So they're kind of close in age. Saruji, I stopped after 1. Levert projection 7K on Fanduel, too cheap. Levert on Fanduel. Let me check out Levert real quick. We haven't gone over to Fanduel either. Okay, Ja or Beal? Ja or Beal? I'll take Ja with Bane still out over there in Washington. I mean, with Bane out in Memphis. All right, you asked about Karis Levert. Karis Levert is 7K. Yeah, so I have him projected right around 5X. He's a solid option. I think he's fine. I always prefer to I damn near have every spot, right? Every spot in my lineup normally will have a guy being out that benefits them. And that is most of the time, every single position, there is somebody out that makes them benefit. Now, if Malcolm Brogdon and Lamb end up out, or Lamb ends up out, or Brogdon ends up out, just like singular by themselves, that is a bump to Levert, and I will definitely be on that, and I definitely consider that. If both Lamb and Brogdon play, it definitely kind of keeps them kind of in check for me around 5X, but I mean, he's fine. You can. Top fade of the slate. So I think you asked me that before. I don't really ever fully cross out anyone. I don't normally do that. I don't normally just pick somebody and completely hire them out. But hey, Cam, have you heard about DraftKings' new rewards program, Dynasty Rewards? I just got 5,000 crowns for free. I have not looked too much into that. Honestly, they probably wouldn't reward me with shit anyway, to be honest. Thoughts on Draymond? Missed it if you covered him already. I have not covered Draymond. Let's cover Draymond. These gamer chairs are comfortable, man. Damn. My back and my neck support it. Beasley or Vandy? Vandy. Who are you talking about? Beasley, because I don't know who Vandy is. Cade going to go 2 of 67 tonight. That's fine because he gets rebounds and assists, so that's fine. He can still hit even if his shot is off. He can hit value. Wife wouldn't leave me alone. Hard not to keep popping out children. Damn, Saruji's a pimp. All right, it's amazing. Kate Cunningham is 1 of 21 from 3. That's ridiculous. What'd you say? Funny part, the damn near went 10x last night. Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. He can still hit value. Vanderbilt. Okay, I got you. Yeah, I side with Beasley. I think he meant Jerry. Yeah, I side with Beasley still. Do you like White or Poole more? I'm leaning White. I was leaning Poole more first gut call. And I still love Poole, don't get me wrong. If I need the money, then Poole. If I don't need the money, then White straight up. Is 8-2 too much for Bridges? I think Bridges still has 5x in him, but the problem is his ceiling's starting to get a little close. Favorite rapper tonight? No, favorite Raptor. Favorite Raptor tonight. So with Barnes back, it kind of takes me off a lot of those Raptors. That's one of the problems is with them getting more healthy. I'm still okay with Van Vliet if you need to go there. He's been solid, and maybe Barnes if they come out and say he's going to play regular minutes. Where's the box breaks been? We had a box break last Friday on the GLD Breaks Twitter page. We went live on the GLD Breaks Twitter. I want to start going live there. I really like going live on that Twitter page, and I want to kind of get the Twitter page there for y'all. So yeah, last Friday we had one. We opened what was it? What's that stuff called? Can't remember. The new basketball. We opened the new basketball, and we have some more of that coming in actually. Go to gldbreaks.com, and we have a couple boxes available. If they fill up, we'll break them tonight, but if they don't, we'll break them either Monday or next Friday. But we do have 2 boxes available on the site right now that we will either break tonight if they fill, or we have 2021 Certified Football, which has the new rookies that we're looking for in there. And then the Recon Basketball. Yeah, that's got the new that's actually from last year's rookies. Not the New Year's yet. Not like Kate Cunningham and stuff like that yet. But those cards in general are fire. I love those. And I love doing the box break. So I want to do them every Friday, but if we don't fill these, I won't be able to go live tonight. We'll have to go live either Monday or next Friday. But yeah, on the box break Twitter page, I'll put the box break Twitter page right here for anybody interested in sports cards. We do sports cards at GLD Breaks on Twitter. Oh shit, wrong keyboard. Boom. All right, any love for Pacers guards? Portland defense is awful. So the Pacers guards are kind of questionable right now. If we get some definitive news about them, like if Brogdon's going to be out or Lamb's going to be out, that is a bump to their guards, and I would be interested for sure, especially if they both are out. I would definitely be interested in like a Levert. The Pokemon break was lit. Oh, the Pokemon packs? Yeah. Thoughts on Bane and Jaren Jackson Jr. of Memphis for tonight? I'm interested in Bane. Not as much Jaren Jackson, more Bane. Powell or Portis? Powell or Portis? Powell or Portis? What Powell are you talking about? Norman Powell? I like Portis. Portis is always higher of a point per dollar guy. Would you fade Giannis and Turney with one lineup? Would I fade Giannis and Turney with one lineup? Man, I'm kind of still on the fence there. Like I've told you guys in the live so far, I've been landing a lot of Giannis lately just because of roster construction. It comes together more perfectly like that. You can. Congratulations on the baby and good luck, everyone. Appreciate you, man. Have a good one, Frank. Thank you. How about Paul PG-13 versus mid? So a lot of people have brought up PG-13. I would consider fading Giannis for Paul George. That's okay. The thing is Giannis has 70-something upside, whereas Paul George, I don't believe, does. Giannis has slate-breaking upside. How many people Miles Turner going to let down tonight? I mean, he's let me down a million times. It's never safe to fade Giannis. Yeah, it's not. I can't say it's safe to do so, but I think you can. You can do anything in GPP. If y'all know me, I'll tell you, look, You can do whatever the hell you want in GPP. All you guys can fade Giannis. I'll play him and rake. Yeah, I mean, look, can I see a scenario where Giannis gets 50-something? Sure. And tonight, is 50-something enough? It could be. So, yeah, he's priced up. He's expensive, and he's going to struggle to hit that value that, like, you know, the value that I normally talk about. Like, I normally talk about wanting that 5X, 6X. Could he hit that? Sure, but either way, he still could end up being the guy that we need today, just off lineup construction. Jonas Valanciunas is fine. If I can find a lineup with both Giannis and PG today, that would be great. Yeah, right? Yeah, I like Paul George a lot. I was being sarcastic, chat peeps. Fred, what did you say? It's never safe to fade Giannis. No, I got you, bro. Mo Harmless. Harkless is okay. I looked at him earlier. I have him around 5X. Who's my late night hammer? I think, let me see. My late night hammer. So my favorite late night hammer is for GPPs. You always got to like LaMelo. That's not who I'm talking about as my favorite, but I'm saying if you're playing GPPs, LaMelo's a guy who's interesting because he's got so much upside. I don't even think he's touched the upside yet. If Brogdon ends up out, Levert's going to be really interesting late night. I'm not going much Portland right now. Curry, probably Curry's number one. LaMelo is interesting as a GPP upside guy because, like I said, I don't think he's hit his upside yet. Streak week, you already know, man. Let's finish it out tonight, man. Then we got UFC tomorrow. We've been smashing UFC. San Francisco is rough tonight. Oh, small for San Francisco. Small forward is rough tonight. Any suggestions? The position is rough tonight, and that's why we've talked a lot about Paul George, and that's why Paul George is so significant. I've talked to you guys so many times about like the importance of roster construction, the importance of knowing where the value is and knowing where you need to spend up at. And small forward DVA, what you just said makes a lot of sense here, and that is the reason why you've heard so many people talk about Paul George, because that position sucks. Love the lives. Love you, Cam. I appreciate you, Cam. Okay, you didn't say love me. Sorry, but I love you too, Brian. Less point guard for ABC. What do you mean less point guard? Drew helps Giannis. I think so, yeah. Gets him the ball down low easier. Do you do projections? I have my own projections at greenlightdfs.com. You get that free added on with memberships. What's up with the Zubac hype? I love Zubac, Dewan. Because here's the thing. He's 4K. I have him projected out at about 28. With that being said, that's 6X. And the matchup's great against Minnesota. He's going to have to play good minutes because of the size of Towns. To match that size, they're really going to go, they're going to need Zubac's size down low. So expect a lot of Zubac minutes. Expect Zubac to probably easily hit 5X value. That's the reason why he's loved, because he can easily hit 5X, and he can also clear that 6X pretty easily as well. Any love for Mobley? I still have some love for Mobley with Love and marking it out. Any player props that stand out to me? Any player props? So let me see. So some player props that I saw earlier that are definitely interesting to me that seem a little off personally would probably be – I've got Bradley Beal over the 27.5 points scored. I do like Bradley Beal over 27.5 points scored. I think 27.5 is a little low for him. I do have him over that. Let's see. What else do we got? What is a prop bet that I'm in? Damn, everybody just being loud outside today. Shit. I like Sabonis on the over 17.5 against Portland. That's too good of a matchup. And with Brogdon possibly banged up, it's a good spot for Sabonis. What do we got? All right, I'm going to move on. Giannis will play less point with Drew back. Yeah, that's fine. He'll get the ball to him a little easier. Drew, having a true point guard like Drew Holiday helps guys like Giannis. Oh, no, Watanabe's out tonight. Damn. Patient hands, no problem, man. Levert is going to go up. If that information comes out, he will go up. Has that anything about that came out yet? Let me refresh. Nothing about those guys yet, man. I really hope. I would love to get that information, man. I would love to know if Brogdon's out or not. I'm leaning towards he plays, though. Has anybody checked out the Pacers beat writer? And let me know. Somebody check out the Pacers beat writer real quick and let me know if they've said anything about Brogdon and Lamb yet. You got any love for Sabonis or Towns on Fanduel? So let's switch over to Fanduel. I like Towns over Sabonis for sure. Drop a like down below if you haven't already. 76 people in here. Drop a like down below. We should have 76 damn likes in this thing. Well, not 76, like 73 or so, because some people in here probably don't like me. What else we got? What other questions we got? Edwards and Paul George smash again tonight. I love Edwards again. I feel like people always sleep on Edwards. I think Edwards is becoming a stud right before our eyes. I do like Edwards a lot, and I do like Paul George a lot. What is the major differences on points between FanDuel? So FanDuel is more points for blocks and steals and stuff. So you kind of want to lean guys who get blocks and get steals. They get more points. They get one extra point than Draftkings gives. The rebounds and assists are the same. It's nothing crazy. But blocks and assists, blocks and steals are more important over there. Jared Allen gets another 50 bomb. I could see it happening, Luis, for sure. Luis, I think Allen smashes tonight. Agree, Fred. I agree, Fred. Everybody in here right now, take a second. Go to Twitter. Follow me on Twitter at @Cam_ATL. So you can follow me over there for if you ever need to get in touch with me. That is the best way to get in touch with me. Ask me questions at Cam_ATL on Twitter. If you're interested in sports cards and want to do box breaks with your boy, at GLD Breaks, like gold abbreviated, GLD Breaks on Twitter. Make sure you follow that as well because I will be going live doing box breaks over there. And GLDbreaks.com is the website to get involved in those box breaks. If you want to get some chances at some big-time card hits at a cheap price, getting involved in some expensive boxes. Just give us your lineup. We promise we won't tell anyone. I can't do that, Saruji. I can't do that, Saruji. Edwards is a baby Lillard. Edwards is a beast, dude. No, he's not a baby Lillard. Edwards is bigger than Lillard. Edwards is way more physical than Lillard is. Edwards is an athletic monster. I really like Edwards. Edwards got game, and he gets up shots. He's a gunner. Yeah, man. Edwards is one of those guys that I'm really loving to like I really want to open some NBA boxes and just get some Edwards rookies right now because Edwards is going up. So I really want some more Anthony Edwards rookies. That reminds me, I really want that. One more time on that Twitter handle. My Twitter handle is, let me post it right here in the chat. Twitter handle is, boom, that's my Twitter handle, Cam_ATL. For the box breaks, it is GOD Breaks. Boom, that's for the box breaks. If you're interested in sports cards, we do them at GLD Breaks Twitter. So those are my two Twitters that I use the most, one for sports cards and one for fantasy sports. Edwards is like a hood, blue-collar, do what I got to do hooper. Exactly. What's good, Travis? Any more DFS questions? We're almost at the 40-minute mark. We've been going consistently at 40 minutes lately. That's great. Any more questions that anybody has in here? We've touched on pretty much everything. We've talked about the best value. We've talked about the lineup construction, ideas. You ever play any 3-player tournaments? I've been playing them lately. I do not. And have split nearly every time with someone. Got to be a fellow squad member probably playing it. That's true. If you do enter it in, just switch a player. Switch a player to add your, you throw a couple of GPPs plays. You want some GPP plays? GPP, always love LaMelo. Actually, Anthony Edwards and GPP, LaMelo Ball and GPP really stick out to me today. I think they're going to be low owned and possibly shouldn't be. I don't know if I'm having a boy or girl yet. We're finding out on Monday. I will not be able to tell y'all until I tell my family, though. So my uncle already told me. I better not find out what gender you're having on Twitter. So I have to make sure I tell my uncle, and then I'll have to tell my family and all that, and then I will get to y'all. I will give it to y'all. Y'all are the family as well. I got to get my immediate family, and then I got to I'll let y'all know next. Good looking out, and congrats on the baby G. Appreciate you, Travis. I see how we rate. Can't even tell us first. Sorry, Sruji. Under 6K. Plays under 6K. A low owned guards under 6K. So I think we might get some lower ownership on Derek White. I think he's a solid option. He's not under 6K, but he's pretty damn close to that. What was the price on him? Derek White, we talked about him multiple times today. 6'1". Get that 100 for Derek White, man. Let's see. Other guys right around. Cade Cunningham obviously is under 6K. I don't know how. He's not going to be low owned, though. You want low owned? Let's see. Jordan Poole might go under the radar. Love Jordan Poole at 5'8". He might actually have low ownership. Jalen Suggs is kind of interesting. Orlando's struggling with guard injuries right now. Patrick Beverly's not going to be low owned, probably. Yeah, that's about Kemba. He's not going to get you much upside in GPP, though, so probably not Kemba. Like one more minute, y'all, and then I'm going to lock back in. Okay, I like Poole. Call. How about Reg Jacks? Who? Reg Jacks? Oh, Reggie Jackson. There we go. It just took me a minute for that to click. Reggie Jackson against Beverly defense? Probably not. Derek White and Halliburton, same price. What is your reasoning for White over Halliburton? My reasoning for White is just consistency. He's a guy that I just really liked it. He's just been super consistent. He puts up in multiple categories. Now let's take a look at both of these guys first, real quick. So we got Halliburton. Halliburton balled out and got the 48. Don't get me wrong. I understand he dropped the 48 last game. All right. You have to also understand that was against New Orleans. Okay. So that was one of the best matchups you can ask for guards. All right. When it comes to these two guys, though, yes, Halliburton had the 48. That's a great game. Don't get me wrong. Now let's take a look at White. Derek White is a guy that just has consistently hit the 35 or more mark, period. You can go either one. I'm not hating on you. If you go Halliburton, that's fine. I'm not hating on you too much. I just have White projected higher everywhere. Iguodala at 31 playable, or is that terrible? That's terrible, Josh. I don't like Iguodala. Are you on Eubanks or Thad? Not as much this time as last live show. I'm not on them as much. Thought we were a family. We are, man. I just got to tell you after my main family. I keep hearing people talk about beat writers. So, Danny, what you can do is you can go to Google and type in Google Minnesota Timberwolves beat writer, and it'll pop up his Twitter. That's a good way to kind of get an insider information on like later injury news that we might not know at lock. Sometimes they don't know either. So most of the time they don't fucking know either, honestly. All right, y'all. Thank you guys for joining me as always, man. We were here for a while. Before you head out, please drop a like down below. Follow me on Twitter, y'all. Make sure you follow me on Twitter. That is the best way to get in touch with me. Follow me on Twitter, Cam_ATL. The Breaks Twitter is boom. The Breaks website is boom. If you want to get it on sports cards, that is the Breaks website right there. Obviously, this is the DFS website, Greenlight DFS. And y'all have a fantastic night, man. Good luck. Let's kill it tonight. And I'm out. Peace.